There is a kind of tiredness that sleep does not fix. It is not physical exhaustion. It is something deeper and quieter. Many deep thinkers experience this feeling without fully understanding why. They wake up, they function normally, they complete their responsibilities, but somewhere inside their mind there is a constant weight that never completely disappears. Part 70 explores the psychology behind why deep thinkers often feel emotionally tired and why this experience is far more common than people realize. The human brain is constantly processing information from the environment. Conversations, facial expressions, tone of voice, small changes in behavior, social dynamics, expectations, future possibilities. For most people, the brain filters most of this information automatically so that only the most important details reach conscious awareness. But deep thinkers often experience the world differently. Their mind does not easily filter out details. Instead, it continues processing layers of meaning behind situations that others may barely notice. When a deep thinker enters a conversation, they are not only hearing the words being spoken, they are also paying attention to pauses between sentences, the emotional tone of the speaker, the possible intention behind certain phrases, and how the conversation connects to previous experiences. Their mind naturally examines these signals without effort. This ability to analyze complex emotional and social information can be extremely valuable, but it also requires significant mental energy. Part 70 explains that emotional tiredness often comes from continuous mental processing. Deep thinkers rarely experience complete mental silence. Their thoughts move constantly from one idea to another. A small situation may trigger a chain of reflections that leads to deeper questions about relationships, personal meaning, or long-term consequences. While others may simply move on from an event, the reflective mind may continue examining it long after it has ended. Another important factor is empathy. Many deep thinkers are also highly empathetic individuals. They do not simply observe the emotions of others, they often feel them internally. When someone around them experiences stress, sadness, frustration, or anxiety, the deep thinker becomes aware of that emotional signal and often absorbs part of it unconsciously. Over time, this constant emotional awareness can become draining because the mind is carrying more emotional information than it was designed to handle alone. Part 70 also explores the connection between reflection and responsibility. Deep thinkers often feel responsible for understanding situations correctly. When something goes wrong in a relationship or a conversation, their mind may return to the moment repeatedly, analyzing what happened and why. They search for patterns in behavior and try to understand how different choices might have changed the outcome. This internal review process can lead to growth and insight, but it also keeps the mind active long after the situation has passed. Another reason deep thinkers feel emotionally tired is their awareness of complexity. Many people simplify situations in order to make decisions quickly. Deep thinkers often see multiple perspectives at once. They understand that people can have complicated motivations, that actions can have unintended consequences, and that emotional experiences rarely have simple explanations. Holding multiple perspectives at the same time requires mental energy because the brain must keep several possibilities active simultaneously. Part 70 also addresses the role of imagination. Deep thinkers often imagine future scenarios in great detail. They consider how different decisions might affect their life and the lives of others. This forward thinking can help them prepare for challenges and opportunities, but it also means their mind is frequently operating in the future rather than resting in the present moment. Constantly projecting possible outcomes can create a sense of emotional fatigue because the brain is working continuously to anticipate change. Another important aspect is the search for meaning. Deep thinkers rarely feel satisfied with surface explanations. They want to understand why things happen, what they mean, and how they connect to larger patterns in life. This search for meaning can lead to powerful insights and personal growth, but it also requires sustained mental effort. When the mind is constantly asking deeper questions, it rarely experiences complete rest. Part 70 also highlights the paradox of deep thinking. The same mental qualities that allow someone to understand people and situations at a profound level can also create emotional pressure. Awareness of subtle emotional signals, recognition of hidden patterns, and the ability to imagine complex possibilities are powerful cognitive strengths. However, these abilities mean the brain is often processing far more information than most people realize. Another factor contributing to emotional tiredness is internal dialogue. Deep thinkers often have a rich inner world where thoughts move continuously. They examine ideas, question assumptions, and explore possibilities inside their own mind. While this internal conversation can lead to creativity and insight, it also means the mind rarely experiences silence. Even when the environment becomes quiet, the internal conversation may continue. Part 70 moves toward an important realization. Emotional tiredness does not mean something is wrong with the mind. In many cases, it simply reflects the depth of mental processing taking place. Deep thinkers experience the world intensely because their brain examines details that others overlook. Their awareness allows them to understand people and situations in meaningful ways. Part 70 ends with a powerful perspective. Emotional tiredness is often the cost of deep awareness. When the mind continuously explores meaning, emotion, and possibility, it uses energy that others may never notice. But this same depth also allows deep thinkers to see beauty, connection, and insight in ways that transform ordinary experiences into something much more meaningful. Their mind may become tired at times, but it is also capable of understanding the world with remarkable clarity and depth.